Can you wear different tartans on one outfit? For example, modern color kilt and weathered tartan elsewhere. That's how it was phrased.
Not if you don't want to go to hell, you don't.
He goes on to say, personally, I think that it can be a good look, but it can go against modern standards of mismatched patterns.
Good point.
Let me stop you there. You're wrong.
Ooh.
It can't be a good look.
David Barr is reeling right now.
David Barr is the devil incarnate.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
I think he's on your side, isn't he? I don't know.
I don't know.
He's our fallen angel.
Does he mix tartans? He mixes patterns. He does things that tick me off on purpose.
Focus.
I can't focus.
Please focus.
All right.
For the love of the gods.
Can you mix
please
tartans?
focus.
If it's the same tartan, different ancient versus modern, or weathered versus ancient, or muted versus weathered and modern, and other things. No, I don't like it. Don't do it. Just you look like you got dressed in the dark. It was like, it doesn't look like you did it on purpose. It doesn't. My personal opinion. No, don't do it. I wouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. No, don't do it. Even if you're wearing, like, here's what I would do. If you're wearing a club tie with a kilt, I'd wear a club tie that like matches the kilt. I have a McEwen modern kilt and a Brooks Brothers Sutherland Regiment tie, club tie, which is like, it's navy, bottle green, a yellow stripe, and a red stripe, which is the exact same as the tartan in the kilt. Looks magnifique. I would not wear that same tie with an ancient McEwen modern kilt because it's not the same colors. It doesn't work. But it works as a club tie and a kilt because it's the same colors. Even though it's stripes and a tartan, you're fine. I'm going to go off into a tangent. Eric, save me.
Yeah, generally no. Here's the thing. I mean, I've seen people try to do it. The closest I've seen people come to the closest I've seen people come to doing it okay is like with a weathered kilt and then a modern tie and a vest that separates. So you have a pop of color, and then the weathered kind of just subdues. So it's a little more of a subtle way of doing it. I would say that if you're going to do it, forget trying to look like a Highlander. Forget trying to, channel your inner Jacobite or anything like that. You gotta go full on Vivienne Westwood with this.
Yes.
You gotta go like crazy punk kind of, like not 2 tartans. We're talking 5. I mean, like, ties and shirts and vests and pocket squares and kilt and so just go completely off the rails with it.
You have to wear that outfit and make that noise simultaneously the entire time you're wearing the outfit.
My point is I don't think it works for a daily wear kind of or a
Hi, I'm Rocky. Woo! You have to do that the entire time.
Right.
Turkey-esque.
I think I would disagree with Rocky and somewhat agree with you.
You wouldn't make that noise the whole time?
I was trying to play devil's advocate, but I'll stop.
Yeah. I think different tartans can be kind of worn together. I suppose I'm thinking of it as like same family, different variation. Like you said, pairing the weathered with like a modern or something of the like.
What context are you wearing it in?
I immediately go to something like Menzies black and Menzies red. I feel like these two things could be worn really nicely together. It would be very striking. It would be the David Barr full suit, but different tartans, different colors, so similar in structure that I think it could work. As long as the layering is proper, like I wouldn't do top and bottom, like white and red. I would kind of blend it. Like if we were thinking about a suit, maybe like Menzies white blazer and Menzies red vest, something of the like.
I mean, but you're talking Menzies.
Yeah, and I don't disagree for the record.
Yeah, also
I
black
actually
watch
like your idea.
okay.
I like the over-the-top outfit. You've gone so far around. You're coming back up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking like you're going to some event in New York City. You know what I mean? We're talking either high fashion, alt fashion, or total punk rock. Those are the only places where you can do this kind of thing.
I think I would agree. It's probably not everyday wear, but I still like the idea of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the point is it's either minimal or maximal. It's the middle is where you get in trouble. It's if I'm wearing a Mackenzie modern kilt and a Mackenzie ancient necktie, I don't like it. Mm-hmm. But if I'm wearing a Mackenzie ancient blazer and a Mackenzie weathered necktie and a Mackenzie modern kilt and Argyle hose and you're over the top and all over the place with all of it, then it's kind of, okay, it's fun and different, and he's obviously being a peacock in the thing. Mm-hmm. So I think, yeah, the degree of craziness matters.
I think you have to be able to own it too. I don't think everybody can pull it off. You've got to have a personality a mile wide to do loud, intentionally divergent fashions like that. So,
yeah.
Would I wear it to a St. Andrew's dinner? Hell no. Would I do this for a Burns night? No.
No.
Would I do this for, some kind of art symposium or something, or a gallery visit? Maybe. Context is king.
Would I wear it to if I was wearing now I'm trying to figure a St. Andrew's dinner, formal. Let's say a Black Prince Charlie. What if we did a McLean hunting ancient kilt, but a McLean Duarte red vest?
Oof.
So maybe. Different, same family, different tartans, and maybe dice toe, or not dice toes, but Argyle hose. Yeah, in the modern versus the ancient kilt or something.
Yowza.
Be a bit, out there, but for formal.
Again,
could you do it for formal?
Again, if you're a rock star, if you've got the personality and you're going to be a mega peacock, then maybe. But
I'm not a rock star.
It's not something you can do casually. I don't think it's something you should try to do casually. You're middle.
Unless you're punk rock.
But that's
Yeah. Okay. Would you do it?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Let us
would
know
you
in the
do
chat.
it? How would you do it? Put it in the comments. Yeah.
I mean, what's that? Madras.
Madras plaid? Yeah.
Madras plaids.
Yeah.
That makes me think of that.
But
that's
all
a single garment.
Exactly. That's why Madras plaid works.
A single garment with different tartans in it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we do not do custom work like that.
I was waiting for it. Who's going to put in the disclaimer?
Hey, thank you for watching. So for me, the main takeaway is the old axiom: just because you can do a thing doesn't mean that you should. If you've ever tried mixing tartans or mixing different color palettes of tartans in a single outfit, do tell me in the comments, or share some photos on the Kilts and Culture Facebook group.
Are you saying I shouldn't do this? This doesn't look good? Come on. This is fresh. This is hot.
Honestly, I don't know.
My drip is to die for.
Yeah.